Coco on fire. Gauff dominates as Alexandra Eala makes dramatic AO debut. The Australian Open kicked off with a bang as Coco Gauff showcased why she is one of the brightest stars in women's tennis today. The young American dazzled fans with commanding performance, proving once again that she is a force to be reckoned with on the court. Every serve, every forehand, and every rally reflected her precision, power, and unshakable focus, sending a clear message to her competitors. Coco is here to dominate this year's Grand Slam, adding to the excitement. The spotlight also fell on Filipino sensation Alexandra Eala, who made her much-anticipated debut at the Australian Open. Despite being new to the main stage, Eala displayed remarkable composure and flashes of brilliance, leaving fans and critics alike impressed with her potential. The combination of Gauff's dominance and Eala's promising debut set the tone for a thrilling tournament, filled with intense matches, unexpected moments, and the emergence of the next generation of tennis stars. With the crowd roaring and cameras capturing every electrifying moment, it's clear that this year's Australian Open is not just a competition. It's a stage for young champions to shine, create headlines, and announce themselves to the world. Coco Gauff's brilliance and Alexandra Eala's breakthrough are the perfect start to an unforgettable tournament. The 2026 Australian Open has already delivered moments of pure drama, and no match encapsulates that more than Coco Gauff's dominant display against rising star Alexandra Eala. While Gauff blazed through the court with confidence, skill, and tactical brilliance, Eala's debut on the Grand Slam stage was nothing short of dramatic, a mixture of courage, flashes of brilliance, and the raw pressure competing against the world's best. 1. Setting the stage, a clash of generations. The matchup was electrifying on paper. Coco Gauff, 21, a rising American star known for her speed, intelligence, and ability to handle pressure, was coming off a series of strong wins and high-profile performances. Alexandra Eala, 17, the Philippines' brightest tennis prospect, making her first Australian Open appearance, carried the hopes of a nation eager to see her shine on the biggest stage. Fans packed Rod Laver Arena, banners waving in both red, white, and blue for Coco and in red and gold for Alexandra, highlighting the global appeal of the showdown. Commentators describe it as a meeting between a future superstar and a rising prodigy, tennis at its most exciting. 2. Coco's dominance, speed, power, and mental mastery. From the first serve, Coco Gauff displayed why she's considered one of the tour's most formidable young talents. Every point was an illustration of her tactical intelligence, using sharp angles and variety to disrupt Eala's rhythm. Explosive footwork, covering the court like a seasoned pro, retrieving impossible shots with precision. Mental composure, calm under pressure, turning potential momentum shifts into controlled victories. By the end of the first set, Gauff's dominance was clear. Alexander showed flashes of brilliance, a perfectly placed forehand here, a quick reflex volley there, but Coco's consistency, power, and experience proved overwhelming. 3. Alexandra Eala's dramatic debut. Despite the scoreline, Alexandra's debut was nothing short of inspiring. The young Filipina showed fearlessness against a top-tier opponent, refusing to be intimidated by Gauff's reputation, resilience in pressure moments, saving multiple break points and earning admiration from fans, emotional depth, as she battled not just her opponent but the weight of expectation on her shoulders. For many, this match was a coming-of-age story. The moment a young player realizes the intensity and challenge of Grand Slam tennis and begins to understand what it takes to reach the top. 4. Tactical breakdown, why Coco prevails. Analysts were quick to note the key reasons behind Gauff's commanding performance. Serve placement. Coco's ability to vary speed, spin, and location prevented Eala from settling into rallies. Baseline consistency. By hitting deep, accurate shots, Gauff forced errors and avoided unnecessary risk. Transition game. Coco's agility allowed her to move from baseline to net seamlessly, finishing points decisively. Former pro Andy Roddick commented, Coco is 21, but her game is already that of a veteran. She mixes power, patience, and intelligence in a way that most players learn after a decade on tour. 5. Fan reactions, a global tennis phenomenon. Social media erupted after the match. Coco Gauff is unstoppable. That's why she's the future of tennis. Alexandra Eala is going to be a star. She fought hard and showed amazing courage. Tennis fans are lucky to witness a generational clash like this, inspiring and thrilling. Fans not only celebrated Coco's dominance, but also cheer for Alexandra's courage, showing that sometimes the story is about the journey, not just the scoreline. 6. Historical context. Gauff's rise and Eala's milestone. This match fits into larger narratives in tennis history. Coco Gauff, building her legacy, rapidly accumulating Grand Slam wins, and asserted herself among American tennis greats. Alexandra Eala, entering history as one of Southeast Asia's few Grand Slam competitors at her age, inspiring a new generation of players in the Philippines. Their encounter represents the intersection of experience and youth, a dynamic seen in many classic tennis rivalries. 7. The drama beyond the scoreline. While Coco advanced comfortably, the drama of the match extended beyond the scoreboard. Alexandra's emotional reaction after each point highlighted the psychological intensity of Grand Slam tennis. Moments of tension, crowd applause, and mutual respect created a narrative rich in emotion, making this match a memorable part of the Australian Open 2026. It was a statement for Gauff and a beginning for Eala, a match that will be remembered for both dominance and promise. 8. Future implications. What this means for both players. Looking ahead, Coco Gauff reinforces a serious contender for the Australian Open title. Her performance sends a message to the rest of the tour. She is on fire. Alexandra Eala gains invaluable experience, a blueprint for what it takes to compete at the highest level and the attention of the global tennis community. Analysts predict, if Alexandra continues to train and gain experience, she could become a top 10 player in just a few years. Coco's trajectory suggests multiple Grand Slam titles are on the horizon. Conclusion, a match of fire and promise. The match between Coco Gauff and Alexandra Eala was more than a tennis contest. It was a story of dominance, courage, and generational clash. Coco's fire and skill propelled her to victory, but Alexandra's debut reminded fans that tennis is as much about heart as it is about technique. The 2026 Australian Open will remember this encounter not just for the scoreline, but for the emotions, lessons, and excitement it generated, a testament to the ever-evolving landscape of women's tennis. As the opening day of the Australian Open comes to a close, one thing is abundantly clear. Coco Gauff is a force to be reckoned with, and Alexandra Eala has announced herself as a rising star to watch. Gauff's performance was nothing short of spectacular. Her precision, athleticism, and relentless focus allowed her to dominate her match, sending a message to the entire women's tour that she is ready to challenge for the title. Every point she played reflected her maturity on the court, and her ability to stay calm under pressure highlighted why she continues to be one of the sport's brightest young talents. Meanwhile, Alexandra Eala's debut added an extra layer of excitement to the tournament. Stepping onto one of tennis' biggest stages for the first time, the Filipino sensation showed flashes of brilliance, composure, and fearless determination. Though she is just beginning her Grand Slam journey, her performance proved that she belongs among the world's best and that the next generation of tennis stars is ready to rise. Fans and commentators alike could not stop talking about her potential, the way she handled crucial points, and her ability to stay confident despite the immense pressure. Together, Coco Gauff's dominance and Alexandra Eala's breakthrough made the start of the Australian Open unforgettable. This is more than just early round action. It is a glimpse into the future of women's tennis, a future filled with skill, passion, and emerging champions. As the tournament continues, one thing is certain. Spectators are in for an electrifying ride. Coco's brilliance and Eala's promise have set the stage for what could be one of the most thrilling and unpredictable Australian Opens in recent memory. Tennis fans around the world will be watching, captivated, inspired, and ready for the next chapter in this remarkable story. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.